let's wrap this up. As far as I'm aware, every single level I have to rank gold, and I have every single canister. And we can confirm that by going to the, like, whatever you call this, trophy chamber. So we go to the trophy chamber and we can confirm this to be the case. So we see you got everything there. I see I've gotten everything there. So just to go, let's go through these things. So Scorched Earth, Volcanic Trail, Fiery Mine, Hackhand's Pit, Piraka Bluff, Smuggler's Cove, Shattered Wreck, some sensitivity here, Vazox Deluge, Decrepit Dungeons, Cleansing Plant, Menacing Keep, Avax Dynamo, Flooded Lowlands, Mountain Path, Blizzard Peaks, Stock's Grotto, Lodging Post, Ancient Forest, Forgotten Shrine, Zaktan's Chamber, Desert Outpost, Bleak Refinery, Ancient Citadel, Rydax Bastion, Vazon's Awakening. Cool. So that's all the levels, and then if you had 100 Visa Rack, 500 Visa Rack, 1,000 Visa Rack, 100 Bow Rock, 500 Bow Rock, 1,000 Bow Rock, 50 Vaki, 250 Vaki, 500 Vaki, 100 enemies defeated by Jawler, 250 enemies defeated by Jawler, 100 enemies defeated by Kongu, 250 enemies defeated by Kongu, 100 enemies defeated by Hyuki, 250 enemies defeated by Hyuki, 50 enemies defeated by Nuperu, 150 enemies defeated by Nuperu, 100 enemies defeated by Holly, 250 enemies defeated by Holly, 50 enemies defeated by Matoro, 150 enemies defeated by Matoro, 2,500,000 Lego pieces, 5 million Lego pieces, 100% game completion. Which somehow triggers before you get the last canister. I guess I was at 99.5 and it rounded up. So yeah, what I'm referring to. So if you watch the big long episode where I went through it all without commentary. Once I got all of the levels to rank gold, it triggered this. And I actually had one canister still to go. And I saw a cutscene for having 100% completion, followed by the credits. But I still had a canister to go. So then I got that canister, but this triggered without a canister. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah. As far as levels are concerned, some particularly interesting ones were Ancient Forest, because it was the last one to get ranked gold, and it's the one that tripped me up the most. Like, it took me more than 2 tries to figure out how to get the last golden canister, and it basically all boiled down to not holding down right click long enough for the Vazon construction thing to actually complete. That's it. It was really silly. But, I eventually held down right click long enough and got the last canister. I also had to do Ancient Citadel twice because I was a moron. I missed a like a Hyuki special ability door, and I had to do Mountain Path twice because I got confused by it, and something I thought I saw before was actually new. So, anyway, so Mountain Path, Ancient Citadel, and Ancient Forest are the ones that gave me trouble. Ancient Forest, though, is one of my favorite levels, so yeah. Mountain Path is one of my least favorite levels, probably my least favorite level in the game. Okay. So, got all of it. Done. Let's go to the creatures here. Votarok. And there's a little bit of a canonish blurb. The aggressive Votarok are known for their berserker charges, during which they become virtually invulnerable to harm. Their burn spinners bring intense pain to their foes, distracting them from the struggle. Fiercely loyal to Sidorak, they will do whatever he commands. Set number 8742, released in the year 2005. Notice none of these like abilities and like charts and stuff actually get implemented into the game like mechanics. By the way, I don't actually remember the Vizarok names or the Vaki names. I don't think I really remember the Rakshi. I remember some of the Rakshi names. The Boggaroks serve as Rudaka's personal guard and are well equipped for the task. Their spinners can cause enemies in water to swell up and float to the surface, or enemies on land to turn to dust. Their sonic powers can transmute solid foes to gas, making them among the most dangerous of Vizarak. Set number 8743. Year of release 2005. Sukarak. The Sukarak prefer to hunt in high, cold places with thin air than anywhere else. They are natural tacticians, masters of knowing when to attack and when to withdraw. Their spinners create a field of electrical energy around a target that slowly shrinks. While the field is in effect, the target cannot escape, although it doesn't harm them. Sukarak also have the ability to slow their life processes down to almost zero, making it extremely difficult for others to detect their presence. Set number 8747. Year of release 2005. Roparak. Roparak are the best Vizarak breed for underground hunts and chases, commonly used as spies for the Horde. Roparak have the power to blend in with their surroundings, becoming virtually invisible. In battle, they use Rotuka spinners with a disruptor power that drains energy from its target. Roparak are extremely cautious fighters, preferring to wait until a foe has been weakened by others before striking. Set 8745. Year of release 2005. Kilarak. The most unpredictable of all 6 breeds, Kilarak will fight fiercely one moment, then disappear to go hunt the next. Their spinners contain an acidic venom that can eat through any substance. The ends of their legs are razor sharp, and Kilarak have been known to leap in the air and whirl at high speed, becoming Vizarak buzzsaws. Set number 8746. Year of release 2005. I don't remember reading that. Onarak. So remember, like, Bionicle was sold, all over the world, right? So the way you would pronounce the names is somewhat of a, you have to consider, like, a Roman pronunciation. That being said, I am pronouncing these things like Onarak and not Onarok, but Onarak is not a leader but a follower, and this species is often used as a living ram when the mechanical Vizarak battle rams are not available. Its spinners numbs a foe, making escape impossible. Onarak have limited telepathic abilities and are skilled mimics, often imitating a trusted voice to lure a foe into a trap. Set number 8744. Year of release 2005. Okay. Korak Cal. Korak Cal tend to work alone more than any other Borak Cal. Why is this acting like it's plural? There's only one of each Borak Cal. The reason may be that its sonic powers are so great they could even be a threat to its comrades. In fact, the Korak Cal is so awesome that its Chronic Cal can afford to ignore danger until the very last moment, then react swiftly and with overpowering effect. Korak Cal's tool is a sonic shield. Okay, now we're getting singular. It can change its rate of vibration almost instantly, forming a dense sonic barrier that can repel most forms of attack. It is even more impressive when used in attack mode bursts. Sonic emanations can deafen an opponent, or if used at higher intensity, can cause almost any target to stress and shatter. Set number 8575, year of release 2003. Something to note here. It says Korak Cal. Korak Cal. That's a picture of just a regular Korak, not Cal. Those are the regular Korak shields, not the Cal ones. Okay. Oops. I was gonna call these all Cal, right? When none of them are Cal? Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Porak Cal. Piraka Cal is the slow-moving powerhouse. Although it would seem like Borak Cal would be easy to evade, this is not so. The Piraka Cal is a powerhouse that can plow through any obstacles in its way to its goal. Piraka Cal's tool is a plasma shield. It has the power to superheat any substance until it becomes plasmodia. This makes him a fast and effective tunneler. The shield can also be used defensively to turn any incoming projectile or attack into a roiling mass of plasma. More terrifyingly, it can be used as an offensive weapon to turn any obstacle into a molten mass. Set number 88577, released in 2003. Lavak Cal. The Lavak Cal is the fastest and most unpredictable Borak Cal. Its vacuum shield gives it two powerful modes of defense, and there is no way for a Toa Nuva to know which it will choose. Lavak Cal makes full use of the terrain and can disappear into the jungle in any instant. Lavak Cal's vacuum shield can suck all the air out of a given area, causing a destructive implosion. It can then release the evacuated air in a single blast that has the power to smash through solid rock. Set number 8576, year of release 2003. Yeah, now, as far as the prefix lay, there was, I don't know if it was the official guide to Bionicle or not, but there was a pronunciation guide from 2003 that said that Lewa was pronounced well, Lewa, and so the prefix lay would be lay. So you would think it would be pronounced Lavak Cal, or Lavak Cal, depending on if you want to be Englishy or romancy. Now, Greg Farsty, when he read like the oral story serials, he would pronounce it Liwa. Yeah, the issue with pronouncing it Liwa, though, is that that's how a native English speaker would pronounce it, right? We say the E is a long vowel because there's only one consonant between it and the next vowel, and it's on a stressed syllable. So when you don't have a double W, right? When you have a vowel that comes after a single consonant, and it's a stressed syllable, you tend to have what's called a long vowel. And in the evolution of English, all of our long vowels, so for example, A would be like the letter E, we call it, but the rest of the world calls it the letter A. And A, our kind of our long vowels got more intense, and our short vowels got less intense. So our long vowel turned into E, right, to really stress that syllable. And so we pronounce that long vowel Liwa. But no other language that uses the Roman alphabet does that. The rest of the languages that use the Roman alphabet would pronounce it Lewa, because that's how the Romans pronounced their letter A, which would be the fifth letter of the alphabet. Right, but anyway. So because, Bionicle wasn't just sold in the United States, it was sold all over the place. That's what suggests to me that you need to kind of consider Roman pronunciation when you pronounce Bionicle names. So I'm kind of somewhat in the camp of Lewa. Maybe that's just to be contrary with LJ, I don't know. But Greg did pronounce it Liwa. The new Vat Cow sacrifices speed for sheer power. Its gravity shield makes it one of the most dangerous Borak Cow, but it seems to be in no hurry to fight. Perhaps the reason is that as soon as it begins its gravity shield, it brings its gravity shield into play, the struggle is over in seconds. The new Vat Cow's gravity shield has the dual ability to negate gravity so that its target becomes lighter than air and starts to float away, or intensify gravity so that its target becomes much more dense and sinks into the ground. To be sure of defeating New Vat Cow, the Toa Nuva should face him only above ground. Set number 8573, year of release 2003. Tanak Cow. Tanak Cow is fast and powerful, and usually acts as the leader of the Borak Cow squad. Its reflexes are incredibly swift, making it appear short-tempered to those who see it in action. Because for some reason, fast reflexes looks like short-tempered. Some have said the Tanak Cow is truly as fast as the lightning it controls. Tanak Cow controls the forces of electricity via his power shield. The shield can use electricity for defense or fire lightning bolts at an opponent. Set number 8574, year of release 2003. Galak Cow. Like water itself, Galak Cal is hard to catch. Its surface is designed to make it difficult to grasp, and it can flow around obstacles when need be. Tanak Cal is stealthy as well, able to sneak in and out of a Matoran village without ever being seen or heard. Galak Cal's tool is a magnetic shield. It collects, controls, and directs the power of magnetism from the Earth, which can be employed as a defensive force field against attack, or can be used as a formidable defense weapon. Set number 8578. Year of release, 2003. Vorzak. Vorzak of Lee Metru don't have the patience for long chases. They'd rather just smash everything in their path until they find the Matoran they are searching for. Their staves of erasing temporarily turn Matoran into mindless shamblers. Set number 8616. Year of release, 2004. Rorzak. Rorzak of Anu Metru are not the strongest or fastest Vaki, but they can never give up on the chase. Run anywhere they will follow, no matter what the risk. Rorzak's staffs of presence make it possible for the Vaki to see and hear whatever the affected Matoran does, without the Matoran being aware. Set number 8618, year of release 2004. Nurak. From the flames of the smoke of Takoro come the Nurak. The fastest of the Vaki, they prefer to lay in wait for their targets and then swiftly surround them. Their staffs of command will fill the mind of a Matoran with a single overriding command. Set number 8614, year of release 2004. Bordak. Metru is home of the Bordak, the most cunning of all Vaki. The Bordak love to chase and will sometimes delay a capture just to extend the thrill of pursuit. Their staffs of loyalty temporarily turn Matoran into spies for the Vaki. Set number 8615, year of release 2004. Kirok or Kairok. The Kairok of Metru don't bother to chase lawbreakers. Instead, they figure out where their targets are heading and get there first. Kairok staffs of confusion scramble a Matoran's sense of time and place. Set number 8619, year of release 2004. Zadak. Racing across the sculpture fields of Homotoro, the Zadak always catch their prey. The most powerful Vaki, they are always the first into a fight, and the last standing. Zadok's staffs of suggestion leave a Matoran very suggestible, and willing to follow orders from almost anyone. Set number 8617, year of release 2004. Halfway done. Turak. Turak is an agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshi sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Anukoro and much more of Motunui. Turak was the stealthiest of the Rakshi. He used the shadows and the element of surprise as best as he could, springing out of nowhere and vanishing just as quickly. Turak is equipped with the Staff of Fear, set number 8592, year of release 2003. Gurak. Gurak is an agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshi sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Takoro and much more of Motunui. Gurak was the most observant of the Rakshi. He would observe his prey for hours before attacking. He could find any weaknesses and exploit it to the fullest. Gurak is equipped with the Staff of Disintegration. Set number 8590, year of release 2003. Layrak. Layrak is an agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshi sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Takoro by poisoning its foundation, and much more of Motunui. Layrak was not the smartest of the Rakshi, nor the cleverest, but he was strong, fast, stealthy, cunning, and patient. He could wait for hours for a victim to stumble into his traps. In order for his power to work, Layrak had to wave his staff in direct contact with the target. Oh, have. Are you sure? Didn't he just stab it into the ground? Alright. Layrak had direct contact with the target. Layrak is equipped with the Staff of Poison, set number 8589, Year of release, 2003. I guess so. Yeah, like, he was right on top of Tahu. So, yes. I had to, like, it didn't absorb for me. Panrak is an agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshi sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Takoro by destroying its foundation and much more of Matanui. Panrak was the most unpredictable and explosive of the Rakshi with incredible endurance. One second he would seem lost trying to find his prey, the next he would leap to attack, and the fight was already won. Panrak is equipped with the Staff of Fragmentation, set number 8587, year of release 2003. Kurak. Kurak is an agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshi sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Anukoro and much more of Matanui. Kurak was the most reckless of the Rakshi and was always in a state of rage, a state which increased his power. Kurak is equipped with the Staff of Anger, set number 8588. Year of release, 2003. Vorak. Vorak is the agile and fierce hunter, one of the 6 Rakshis sent out to stop the Herald of the Mask of Light. Although it failed, it succeeded in destroying Anukoro and much more of Matanui. Vorak was the best and most relentless hunter of the Rakshi, as well as the most intelligent. When he hunted a creature, he never stopped for anything, always on the move. Any attempt to hide from him or distance him always failed. In order to use his power, Vorak's staff had to be in direct contact with his target. Vorak is equipped with the Staff of Absorption, set number 8591. Year of release, 2003. And they're trying to go off Mask of Light and interpret what they saw in that scene. But the staff is actually the Staff of Hunger, according to canon. Brutaka. Someone with like the beefcake of Bionicle sets. Once he was a loyal guardian of the Matoran and Axon's best friend, but now he was turned evil, powerful enough to defeat 6 Toa with one blow of his double-bladed weapon. Brutaka alone is as great a threat as all the Piraka combined. He wears the Kanohi Olmec, the Mask of Dimensional Gates, which can be used to transport a target to another location or even into another dimension. Set number 8734, year of release 2006. Some of the fan base doesn't like how that Mask of Dimensional Gates kept being implemented in the story after 2006. Nidiki. Cunning and powerful, the Dark Hunter Nidiki. His pincers and energy blasts can fell any foe, and he can launch Kanoka discs from his jaws. During the Dark Hunter Toa War in Metro Nui, Nidiki was a Toa and fought alongside Likon. Some point after that, he betrayed the Matoran and became a Dark Hunter. Other than that, his exact history is unknown. Because they haven't written what was that short story? It was a short story, it was a whole novel. Bionicle Legends 4. I forgot the title now. It's a history one. Birth of a Dark Hunter got a lot of it though. Mighty leader of the Vizarak Horde. Sidorak is a veteran of a thousand conquests. Now he is determined to use his spider creature legions to overcome Metro Nui and defeat the Toa Hordika. With his hurting blade, he can command the Vizarak without needing to speak. His Ortuka spinners compel anyone they strike to obey him completely. Set number 8756, year of release, 2005. And then Miramax and LEGO decided to come out with this movie called Web of the Vizarak, in which he says, "But I can't defeat him myself!" Axon. And I already used beefcake, so I have to use like something else here. Mass monster? Immensely powerful, Axon was a champion of justice long before the first Toa ever came to be. He has vowed to fight the Piraka and keep them from stealing the Mask of Life. Axon wears the Kanohi Rodin, the Great Mask of Truth, which can pierce any disguise and spot any deception. His enormous axe can cleave a mountain in half, and fires pure energy from its blade. Set number 8733, year of release 2006. Kreka. What Kreka lacks in intelligence, he makes up for in sheer power. His energy nets are strong enough to snare a Toa Metru, and his shoulder-mounted Kanuka disc launcher makes sure they stay defeated. This Dark Hunter is a menace to everything that lives on Metru Kreka did not become a Dark Hunter until after the Dark Hunter War on Metru It is unknown what his occupation was beforehand. Kreka is a member of the species that belonged to and lived on Cedar Axe Island. Of a species, okay. Set number 8623, year of release 2004. Rudaka. Again, deviated from the typical design language of Bionicle. Powerful and dangerous, viceroy of the Visorak, Rudaka is one of the most formidable foes any Toa has ever faced. With her catcher claws, she can snag spinners thrown at her, poison them and then fling them back. Her Rotuka spinners have the power to instantly and permanently mutate anyone they strike. A sworn enemy of the Toa and the Rahaga, she also plots against Cedarak to take control of the Visorak, and plots against pretty much everybody else too. Set number 8761, year of release 2005. Hakan. Enemies of Hakan never know just how he will defeat them. With heat vision, lava launcher, and devastating mental blasts. Hated by the other Piraka for his constant scheming, Hakan plans to eliminate them all and steal the Mask of Life for himself. Hakan has a lava launcher which fires projectiles that melt or burn whatever they hit. He is able to tolerate extreme heat. Set number 8601. Year of release 2006. Vezok. Nasty and vicious, Vezok's fury is always on the verge of exploding. In battle, he relies on a harpoon that pulls him through the water, and a buzzsaw that hurls water daggers. If you say so. His powerful impact vision and ability to absorb the powers of his enemies makes him a devastating opponent. He is the only Piraka resistant to seawater. Prolonged exposure still affects him. He rarely expresses emotion, except rage apparently, which you say he expresses all the time. So, what is it? He intensely dislikes Hakan. Set number 8902. Year of release 2006. Zaktan. Brilliant and ruthless, Zaktan is feared even by the other Piraka. His laser vision and three-pronged blade help him put down rebellions by the others, as they search for the Mask of Life. The strangest and most mysterious Piraka, Zaktan alone may know the true secret of the Zamor spheres. In fact, he does. His body is made of protodytes. He is the unquestioned leader of the Piraka, because he will seriously hurt anyone who challenges him. Set number 8903, year of release 2006. Avac. The most talented engineer among the Piraka, Avac can make a tool or weapon out of virtually anything. He can use his X-ray vision and telescopic vision to seek out foes and then create a perfect prison from thin air to hold them. If it comes to a fight, Avac can rely on his Zamor sphere launcher and his seismic pickaxe jackhammer combination. His weapon is a pickaxe at one end and a jackhammer on the other. Set number 8904, year of release 2006. Thok. Thok has the power to bring inanimate objects to life, to serve him, and spellbinder vision to disorient a foe. If those fail, he relies on his ice peg and ice gun to freeze enemies, and his Zamor spheres to make them slaves. Weakened by heat, he goes nuts with too many people around. He has made 5 separate people. People? You don't say people. You say beings. I got like this comment argument with somebody over that. But anyway, he has made 5 separate alliances with the other Piraka, planning to betray them all in the end. Set number 8905, year of release 2006. Rydak. Strongest of the Piraka, Rydak lives for destructions. His power to adapt after every defeat makes him virtually unstoppable. His infrared and thermal imaging vision let him track down his enemies so he can send them to crushing defeat. His combination of drill and buzzsaw can turn solid ground to quicksand. He can see things the other Piraka can't. He is very impatient and hates staying in one place. He has no concept of stealth or finding cover and likes to break things. He doesn't get along with evac. Set number 8900. Year of release 2006. And you thought that was long. Gold Kanohivahi. Gold Kanohivahi, the legendary mask of time, with the power to slow down or speed up time. At least the descriptions are shorter. Orange Kanohivahi, the legendary mask of time, weathered and discolored after prolonged exposure to seawater. Infected Kanohi-Hao, Kanohi mask tainted and corrupted by a Prata. The wearer becomes a slave of Makuta. So I don't know if bronze makes corruption, but anyway, poisoned Hao Nuva, right? Poisoned Kanohi-Hao Nuva. Tahu Nuva's mask after being poisoned by the Rakshi Layrock. Copper Kanohi Huna, the mask of victory, awarded as a prize in village games. Kanohi Kraken, the great mask of shadows. Kanohi Avoki, the great mask of light. Iruni's Kanohi Kalsi, the mask of quick travel, which allows Toa Iruni to teleport. Norix Kanohi Peikui, the mask of diminishment, which allows Toa Norik to shrink in size. Duma's Kanohi Kiriel, the mask of regeneration, worn by Taraga Duma. Shadow Krata level 1, a rare level 7 Krata. Wait, is it level 1 or level 7? Which can infect foes from a distance. It has taken the appearance of a normal level 1 Krata. Oh, I see. So it's a level 7, looks like a level 1. Disc of Time. The Kanotuka forged from the 6 great discs, and later into the Kanohivahi. I thought it was only made from 3, or no, only 2 of the 6 great discs. Onimetru Great Disc, the level 9 Kanoka, recovered by Toa Inua in Onimetru. Po-Metru Great Disc, the level 9 Kanoka, recovered by Toa Onuwa in Po-Metru. Ta-Metru's Great Disc, the level 9 Kanoka, retrieved by Toa Veikama in Ta-Metru. Wait. Haha. Oops. Wrong disc. Okay. Kometru Great Disc, level 9 Kanoka, recovered by Toa Nuju in Kometru. That's the right design, but it's the wrong color. Laymetru Great Disc, the level 9 Kanoka, recovered by Toa Matau in Lee Metru. Wait, except that's the... Is that the Anu Metru one? This is the Lee Metru one. No, this is the Anu Metru. What in the world? Okay, let's see what this one says. Ga-Metru Great Disc, level 9 Kanoka, recovered by Toa Nokama and Ga-Metru. Well, that's obviously the Ta part. This is Ta. I thought this was actually... The design is Ko, but the color is blue. This is Ga, right? Yeah, this is Ga, actually. This is Lee. This is Po. This is Anu. Okay. Anu, Po, Lee, Ko, Ga, Ha. They mixed them up, of course, in the game, because this game makes mistakes. Lakon's Hao. Likon. Likon's Kanohi Hao, the ancient and ornate gold mask of shielding worn by the now deceased Toa Likon. The Yellow Hao. Kanohi Aki. Oh, the Mask of Valor, worn by the Toa Kaita Akamai. Has the power of shielding, strength, and speed. Shadow Krata, level 2, a rare level 7 Krata, which can infect foes from a distance. It has taken the appearance of a normal level 2 Krata. The second time 2 is spelled out in letters. Shadow Krata, level 3, a rare level 7 Krata, which can infect foes from a distance. It has taken the appearance of a normal level 3 Krata. Yeah, it's like, they write level 7, like with the Arabic numeral, but then they write level 3 down later in the paragraph with, like, written out. Shadow Krata, level 4, a rare level 7 Krata, which can infect foes from a distance. It has taken the appearance of a normal level 4 Krata. Shadow Krata, level 5, a rare level 7 Krata, which can infect foes from a distance. It's taken the appearance of a normal level 5 Krata. Shadow Krata, level 6, a rare level 7 Krata, which can infect foes from a distance. It's taken the appearance of a normal level 6 Krata. Kanohi Rua, the Silver Mask of Valor. This mask combines the power of great mass of levitation, water, and X-ray vision, making the wearer extremely difficult to harm, even though none of those are shielding. Golden Kanohi Pakari, the mask worn by Toa Anua after the defeat of the Borak swarms. It contains the power of the Kanohi Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. Hau, right. Golden Kanohi Kakama, the mask worn by Toa Pohatu after the defeat of the Borak swarms, contains the powers of Kanohi Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. Golden Kanohi Hau, this mask worn by Toa Tahu after the defeat of the Borak swarms. It contains the powers of Kanohi Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. Golden Kanohi Miru, the mask worn by Toa Liwa after the defeat of the Borak swarms. It contains the powers of the Kanohi Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. Golden Kanohi Kao, the mask worn by the Toa Gali after the defeat of the Borak swarms. It contains the powers of the Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. One more mask. Golden Kanohi Akaku, the mask worn by Toa Kopaka after the defeat of the Borak swarms. It contains the powers of the Kanohi Hau, Pakari, Kakama, Miru, Kao, and Akaku. Vekama's Toa Disc, the Kanuka of Toa Vekama with the power of fire. Nokama's Toa Disc, the Kanohi of the Toa of Nokama with the power of water. Nuju's Toa Disc, the disc with the power of ice. The Kanohi of Toa Nuju with the power of ice. Matau's Toa Disc, the Kanohi of Toa Matau with the power of air. Anuwa's Toa Disc, the Kanoka of the Toa Anuwa with the power of stone. Winua's Toa Disc, the Kanohi of the Kanoka of the Toa Winua with the power of earth. Tahu's Kanoki Hau, the red mask of shielding, originally worn by Toa Tahu. Pohatu's Kanohi Kakama, the brown mask of speed, originally worn by Toa Pohatu. Anua's Kanohi Pakari, the black mask of strength, originally worn by Toa Anua. So many masks here. Kopaka's Kanohi Akaku, the white mask of X-ray vision, originally worn by Toa Kopaka. Galli's Kanoki Kao, the blue mask of water breathing, originally worn by Toa Gali. Leiwa's Kanohi Miru, the green mask of levitation, originally worn by Toa Leiwa. Protodermic Kanohi Hau Nuva mask that is drained of elemental energy, either from the loss of Toa's energy or from not being worn. Protodermic Kanohi Cow Cow Nuva. Cow Cow Nuva mask that is drained of elemental energy, either from loss of the Toa's energy, or from not being worn. Protodermic Kanohi Miru Nuva. A Miru mask that is drained. A Miru Nuva mask that is drained of its elemental energy, either from the loss of the Toa's energy or from not being worn. Protodermic Kanohi Pakari Nuva, same stuff. I'm getting lazy. I'm gonna get lazier with this. Protodermic Kanohi Kakama Nuva, that same stuff. Protodermic Kakaku Nuva, that same stuff. Okay, now I gotta do the normal ones. Protodermic How, right? Protodermic Kanohi How, a mask that is drained of elemental energy. Okay, yes. Protodermic Cow Kanohi Cow. See, elemental energy, either from loss of the Toa's energy or from not being worn. Same thing. Protodermic Kanohi Bakari, Protodermic Kanohi Kakama, Protodermic Kanohi Miru, Protodermic Kanohi Akaku. Okay. Copper Kanohi Komao. Copper Kanohi Komao, a mask of victory, awarded as a prize in village games. Mask of elemental energy, something you pick up in the Bionicle the game. Mask of Elemental Energy, a rare mask that when used has the ability to restore a Toa's elemental energy instantly to its full strength in Bionicle the game. Turaga Veikama's Kanohi Huna, the orange mask of concealment, originally worn by Turaga Veikama. Turaga Nokama's Kanohi Rao, originally like it's a noble mask of translation, mask of translation, originally worn by Turaga Nokama. Turaga Matau's Kanohi Mahiki, the light green mask of illusion, originally worn by Turaga Matau. Turaga Nuju's Kanohi Metatu, the light gray mask of telekinesis, originally worn by Turaga Nuju. Turaga Anuwa's Kanohi Komao, the tan mask of mind control, originally worn by Turaga Anuwa. Turaga Uenua's Kanohi Ruru, the dark gray mask of night vision, originally worn by Turaga Uenua. Joller's Kanohi Hao, a yellow Hao worn by Joller on Motunui before he became a Toa Inika. It originally belonged to the Toa Likon. It is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after he traveled there on his way to Voyanui. That's actually accurate. Kongu's Kanohi Miru, a turquoise Miru worn by Kongu on Matsunui before it became a Toa Inika. Kongu originally wore a green Ruru, but it was damaged and replaced with this one. It is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after he traveled there on his way to Voyanui. Matoro's Kanohi Akaku, a sand blue Akaku worn by Matoro on Matsunui before he became a Toa Inika, is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after traveling there on his way to Voyanui. Holly's Kanohi Cow, a light blue Cow worn by Holly on Matanui before she became a Toa Inika, is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after she traveled there on her way to Voyanui. Nuperu's Kanohi Bakari, an orange Bakari worn by Nuperu on Matanui before he became a Toa Inika, is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after he traveled there on his way to Voyanui. And they have Hyuki's Kanohi Kakama, an orange-brown Kakama worn by Hyuki on Matanui before he became a Toa Inika, is currently lost in the realm of Karzani after he traveled there on his way to Voyanui. Takua's Kanohi Pakari, a light blue Pakari worn by Takua on Matanui. This mask never quite fit properly on Takua, but he kept it until he put on the Kanohi Avoki, transforming him into the Toa of Light. Hafu's Kanohi Ruru, a black Ruru worn by Hafu on Matanui. He originally wore a brown Rao on Metronui, and then a black Pakari on Matanui, but this was damaged and replaced with a Ruru. Maku's Kanohi Huna, a blue Huna worn by Maku on Matanui. So they're trying to explain why Hafu's mask changed from Matanui Online to Matanui Online 2. Onipu's Kanohi Bakari, a purple Bakari worn by Onipu on Matanui. Okay, now we got the Toametru mask. Toa Matau's Kanohi Mahiki, the dark green mask of illusion originally worn by Toa Matau. Toa no Kama's Kanohi Rao, the blue mask of translation originally worn by Toa no Kama. Toa Nuju's Kanohi Matatu, the white mask of telekinesis originally worn by Toa Nuju. Toa Vekama's Kanohi Huna, the dark red mask of invisibility originally worn by Toa Vekama. It's the mask of concealment. That's the correct terminology. Toa Winua's Kanohi Ruru, the black mask of night vision originally worn by Toa Winua. Getting there. Toa Anua's Kanohi Komau, the light brown mask of mind control originally worn by Toa Anua. It's Anua, not Anua, I misspoke the first time. Now we have Krata, or Krana. Krana this time. Silver Krana Call Jaw. Right before the Borat Call were to complete their mission, this transformed Krana projected a near impenetrable shield. Silver Krana calls Zaw. Right before the Borat Call were completed their mission, this transformed Krana projected a near impenetrable shield. Silver Krana Kalzaw. Right before the Borat Call were to complete their mission, this transformed whatever. Silver Chronicle Vu, in the same text. Silver Chronicle Bo, probably same text. Silver Chronicle Su. Silver Chronicle Ka. Silver Chronicle Yo. Tahu Nuva's Kanohi Hao Nuva. Tahu Nuva's Kanohi Hao Nuva, the red Nuva mask of shielding, originally worn by Toa Tahu Nuva. Anua Nuva's Kanohi Bakari Nuva, the black Nuva mask of strength, originally worn by Toa Anua Nuva. Gallius Nuva's Kanohi Kaukau Nuva, the blue Nuva mask of underground breathing, underwater breathing, originally worn by Galli Nuva. It's usually just water breathing. Pohatu Nuva's Kanohi Kakama Nuva, the brown Nuva mask of speed, originally worn by Pohatu Nuva. Leiwa Nuva's Kanohi Muro Nuva, the green Nuva mask of levitation, originally worn by Leiwa Nuva, and a big downgrade from the Mata version. Kopaka Nuva's Kanohi Akaku Nuva, the white Nuva mask of X-ray vision, originally worn by Kopaka Nuva. Solid Gold How, cast in 14 karat gold. This prize mask is awarded by LEGO to the winners of competitions and prize draws. It's believed that there are only a total of 30 actual Kanohi in the world. You mean, of this type. Rotuku Spinner. Rotuka wheels of energy produced by characters such as the Toa Hordika, Vizarak, Rahaga, and others. Rotuka, like every Titan in 2005. Rotuka, every set in 2005, basically. Rotuka powers are chosen from the character's morals, ethics, and affinities. There are many powers of Rotuka, each one unique to that character. Makuta Stone, a stone representing Makuta used by the Turaga of Matanui to tell tales of the legend of Bionicle to the Matoran. However, the stone was actually a part of the Protodermis caves that Toametru sealed Makuta in after the fall of Matanui. Matanui Stone, a stone used to represent the great spirit by the Turaga of Matanui to tell the tales of the legend of Bionicle to the Matoran. This stone is merely a carving representation as far as the Matoran know. And it still is. the TT Games and Eidos Bionicle Heroes design a mask competition winner. Michael Andrew Proctor from Eastwood, Notts, UK. Kanohi Ignika, the legendary mask of life. With the power to grant or take away life, its capture is critical to saving the Great Spirit Matanui from death. That design appeared in Bionicle Heroes and in Vinog. Whew, that's a lot of reading. Okay. That's all those. And you go in there and there's like you can like you see them kind of crawling around and they're labeled. Yeah. I already bought everything in the shop. Come on. It should be like in a system variable somewhere. See all the Vaki walking around. Cool. See the Borak, for some reason labeled Borak Cal, even though they're just Borak in visual design. So I believe the descriptions are the same, right? No, they're shorter. Okay, Turak was the stealthiest of the Rakshi equipped with the Staff of Fear. Now resume. That's a glitch. Okay, you're supposed to say escape to back out. Escape really does back out, it's just you have to go through the menu. Oh, so it's like Avax Dynamo. Gurak could find any weakness equipped with the Staff of Disintegration. Notice these are shaped like gold canisters. Wait. I already got this one. Okay. Okay, Turak, Gurak, Layrak. Layrak was not the smartest of the Rakshi, but he was strong and fast, stealthy, cunning, and patient. Resume. Ponrak. Ponrak was the most unpredictable and explosive of the Rakshi, with incredible endurance. Kurak. Kurak was the most reckless of the Rakshi and was always in a state of rage. Vorak. Vorak was the best and most relentless hunter of the Rakshi, as well as the most intelligent. Resume. Oops, wrong way. This turntable's confusing. Utaka. Utaka once was a loyal guardian, but now he is evil. I like him short and sweet. Good. It's like not the direction you want to... The one you want to go to next is the direction to turn the turntable. Which is a bit confusing. Cunning, evil, and powerful, the Dark Hunter Nidiki. Cedarak, the mighty leader of the Vizarak Horde. Resume. Whoops. Immensely powerful Axon was a champion of justice long ago. What? Dark Hunter Kreka is a menace to everything that lives on Metronui. Udaka is a powerful and dangerous visory of the Visorak. Zoom. Turok. Okay, made it all the way around. Gee. Does not cancel the menu in there, apparently. Well, that's it for that. They called the Visorak layer, Vaki layer, no, Vaki pit, Borak chamber, Vil V-I-L-L, shut up with that. V-I-L-L-A, I guess it's supposed to be an I. Villains Crypt. Villains Crypt. Okay, next. Go to the Piraka Playground. This really emphasizes how wrong right axe feet are. Well, that went well. Here we go, seesaw. I don't know how you're like how familiar you guys are with Bionicle fan culture meme stuff, but seesaw. I think that's all of them in this room. Let's go to the next room. Another Piraka over here. There we go. It's supposed to be a bar. Okay, I already did this one. And I already did the fitness equipment, so I can build it, but I already did those. So I did the fitness equipment in an earlier recording. So I think that's all. Unless I missed one accidentally, that would be all the Piraka Playgrounds that I haven't recorded yet. Let's go into this next room, which is the bonus level. So now bonus level 1 I have a gold, I believe. Yeah, gold. Bonus level 3 I have a gold. Yes. So now we just need to do bonus level 2, which I have not done yet. How you do these is you just basically be Nuperu and just blow stuff up. What in the world? Okay, I gotta get hero mode during this, apparently. That really helps, like... Come on, get more Visorak. Come on. 1 second left. Only 170. Okay. What rank is that? Oh, it's bonus level 3. Gold. Sweet. Not as many as defeated as Borak, but... Done! I am done! Okay, so now that I am done, I'm going to... There you go. Move. Move your butt. Get out of my way. Why do you have collision anyway? So I'll out of here. And I'm gonna turn off the desktop audio. Now let's go back to the game. So, should be muted. The game should be muted now. So, because this is the last one, I should basically conclude with this. So, one of the things that I did not like about the game, because that's the easiest to talk about. So, the first thing is how the levels were designed such that you had an inability to backtrack. So, for example, if you missed something, earlier in the level, there was no way to turn around and go back for it. Now, this could be the case for other games, like The Legend of Matanui, Bionicle the Game. So it's not necessarily something particularly unique. Even in Bionicle games, you're going to see like Joller's funny little animations here. To not be able to backtrack, however, the structure of this with these big, long, continuous levels without reloading screens suggests that there would be an ability to backtrack, but they take it away. So there's like one-way motion. There's also no jump mechanics. So, like, you can't... so it's supposed to limiting the way the character moves by the terrain, but giving them a jump just in case they want to backtrack or something out of a drop. They make it so that it's just like just a hard constriction with hard walls. So there's no like fall damage. You can't walk off a cliff. You can't jump up on something, stuff like that, right? I feel like they could have done that, but they didn't. And so there could be some light platforming involved. It could be easily implemented. I wouldn't necessarily do really heavy platforming if you're having an over-the-shoulder kind of like offset third-person view. That would be terrible, but maybe just a little bit. You know, not like Legend of Matanui style. It would be too much, but just a little bit. So I didn't like how you couldn't backtrack. That's almost like my entire complaint is just purely in the backtracking, which sounds like rather little to complain about Bionicle Heroes. Of course, you get the standard sort of frustration that everybody else gets, where you're in Hacken or AVAX levels, and you get hero mode, and the level music gets replaced with the hero mode music. And the hero mode music isn't necessarily bad, but you hear it in every other level also. And the music for those, background music for those levels is good, and you want to hear more of that. I've heard people write YouTube comments saying that they literally replace the music files in their like game directories, like the hero mode track with other tracks. So that they went like for example, AVAC High, or in order so that you get like the higher version of the theme for AVAX levels instead of the hero mode theme. And actually, this may sound kind of silly, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to complain about. I know, like, I sometimes claim that I like difficult games, and this game is not difficult. However, it's kind of like, you know, sometimes I don't really feel so good. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes, you know, I have a bellyache, which I have often. And I don't necessarily feel in the mood for struggling with a complicated puzzle that will stress me out on recording, right? Sometimes I want to do something that I know is going to work out, and has good background music, looks pretty decent, you know, pretty chill. So, yes, I claim to not really like easy games, but this kind of came upon me that it was time to make a Let's Play of this easy game, at a time of my life in which I wanted an easy game. So, I don't know, I liked it. It was fun, it was chill. I just went in there and shot everything up and blasted a bunch of Visorak to bits and made a bunch of Lego pieces. And I had fun doing it. So, I mean, you could judge me if you want to. It was fun. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the visuals, really enjoyed the environment, really enjoyed the concepts, really enjoyed the background music. in particular. So, yeah, generally pretty good. So, with that said, um, I guess I'll end it. I guess I'm done. Um, that was Bionicle Heroes. It's in a playlist with Bionicle Heroes GBA, Bionicle Heroes DS, Bionicle Heroes PC, which visually looks very similar to the Wii, Xbox, PlayStation. There is one more port, technically. It's the mobile port. There is technically a Java port. So I technically have not done every single port. If you count the PC to count for all the other, like, all the other console ports, um, the non-handhelds, then, which I do. So I may get around to doing the Java port if I use a Java emulator. But of course I did the three ports I did first because they're far more important. So if you watch some of that, if you watched all of that, I don't know what's wrong with you. But if you watch like some bits and pieces, right? I expect people to fast forward through parts a lot of this. If you watch some bits and pieces of all of that, thank you for watching it. There's a lot of Let's Plays of Bionicle Heroes out there. This is nothing special. This is just mine. Again, I don't know why you do it. I don't really watch Let's Plays anymore personally. I used to do them when I was younger. I don't watch them anymore because I don't really have the time, right? That's kind of a good thing, right? Something that I wanted to phase out of my life because watching Let's Plays is kind of a waste of time. Now I make Let's Plays, which is still a waste of time, but less of a waste of time. But if you happen to watch mine, maybe I'd recommend you don't, but I like it. I like it when I do this and then people actually observe what I'm doing. So thank you for watching it. And I don't know what you'd watch again from me. I have no idea. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll make anything else that you like from here on out. So I'll tab out of here.